Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Motivation for Young Christians. Welcome back, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about where I've been for the last 3 weeks, and we're also going to be talking about why it's important to take a break. Now, I've taken a break from just like recording, just uploading or putting out videos over the last 3 weeks because I just needed to just take some time to myself, a mental break to myself to just be able to just relax and just focus and just understand and just comprehend and acknowledge exactly what's going on in my life, because back in the end of August I made the grieving from that video where I talked about the deaths that I experienced from April all the way to the end of August, that point where I was talking about those dead, how those dead have affected me and how I went through my grieving process with that. Now I made that video at the end of the August. The time from that video got released to now, couple of more deaths occurred in my family and just other like just bad news and just bad stuff that occurred. So my emotions, my feelings were just all over the place and I wasn't handling it to the best of my ability. I was not like acknowledging my feelings. I wasn't um just focused. I wasn't focusing on my mental health or how these things were affecting me at all. I was just kept doing everything I had to do. I was just making sure I was occupied doing work so I would not be able to just focus on what was going on. And it wasn't the best thing for me because it was such a like hard and painful time, but I made it worse for myself by not acknowledging the feelings and not acknowledging what was going on and not letting myself feel, not letting myself be emotional about what was going on in my life at that point. So it's a whole lot of stuff that occurred from the end of the August to now. And I was still putting out videos, I was still uploading, I was still doing all of that. But after I put out the last part of the youth gathering video, the gathering video, I think a week after that, that's when I got the last death news. One of my cousins passed away, and I remember the day I got that news, like, so I woke up, this was like a Friday. I woke up at like 6 something. I see my phone blowing up. Now I'm scared because I'm like, if my phone blowing up, this is not no good news. So I got news that my cousin was in the hospital. And so I'm like, you know, I'm like, this is out of nowhere. This is kind of like random, whatever. I haven't heard of anything of him being sick and that, like, literally I ain't heard of no news of him being sick and nothing like that. So I'm so confused. So I kind of ignored it because I'm like, I'm not gonna let this mess up my day. So I got that message at like 6 something. Then got ready, went to school. I'm in my first block. And as I'm in my first block, my phone is on silent, but it's vibrating. Like I'm feeling my phone vibrating. So I'm like, this cannot be good. I'm like, this cannot be good. First, I got the news that he in the hospital. Now my phone is going off again, vibrating. I'm like, this is not good. And I pulled out my phone. I look at it, and then I saw the message that my cousin passed away. When I told you, like my heart dropped when I got that news. Like I wasn't able to properly focus. Whatever. I remember when I got that news, I told my teacher, I was like, "Can I step out for a little bit?" And I stepped out of the classroom for a little bit to kind of like just gather myself. And then I went straight back in my classroom. I got my work done. But then I was just quiet for the rest of that period. In my first block class that day, I'm always quiet in that class. I don't really talk too much in there. But I got quiet. And then in my second block class, I didn't talk at all. And then my third block class, I didn't talk at all. It was to a point when my teacher came over and she was like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." I wasn't okay at that point, but how I cope with stuff is just staying silent. Like if I'm silent, I'm not talking, something's going on with me. So I completely just stayed silent. And then by the time lunchtime, I just started talking a little bit more and like just letting my friends know what was going on with me. And just for like the rest of that day, that just messed me up. Because I'm like, again, like another person that's dying. I'm like, God, I don't know what's going on with this year, but why this year everybody died? Because like when you total up everybody that died for me this year, whether it was like a relative I was close with, a distant relative, somebody I knew, or like somebody I didn't know, or they had some type of connection with me or my family. When you total it up, I think we probably had like a 9 or probably like 10 total people that have died this year. So, and then on top of that, all the other bad news and all the other stuff that occurred throughout these last 8 months from April to um November. And literally I was just so mad because I'm like, guy, yo, what's going on? Like what's going on, guy? Why do we keep just getting this cycle and whatever? And after I got that news, I'm like, I'm not putting out videos for a while. So neither on this main channel or my second channel, Motivation for Students, I didn't put out any videos for the last 3 weeks. Because I'm like, I need to take this time to focus. I need to take this time to attend to my mental health and just be able to just let myself feel. Because there's two biggest mistakes that I've made in these last couple of months. Not letting myself feel. Um, and just acknowledge what was going on, and then two, staying disconnected from God. Um, in this video, we're gonna be talking about both, but mainly we're gonna talk about me not acknowledging my feelings. I was like, I gotta acknowledge my feelings. So literally, I used that these last 3 weeks to be able to just take a break from what I was doing and focus more on my mental health, focus more on me, how I'm doing, because I noticed with me not acknowledging my feelings, acknowledge what's going on, it's moments where I am that I be so good. I be good. I be my regular self. Then out of nowhere, I'm silent. I'm quiet. I'm going through it. Like that just happens a lot. And I'm like, I gotta focus more on my mental. I gotta focus more on me. So I've used these last 3 weeks to just focus more on me, to be able to just let myself feel, to be able to just let myself like cry, like feel emotions about what's going on, but then also reconnecting. Because like I said, that's another big mistake that I made throughout these last I think it's like 9 months. Okay, so April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, so last 8 months. 8 months. Yeah, I believe, yeah. Last 8 months. Yeah, with these last 8 months, it's just not letting myself feel the emotion with us. I'm like, I gotta do that. So I just use these last 3 weeks to just let myself feel emotions and everything, and just going back to be connected with God, because like I said, God, that's another one of the biggest mistakes that I made throughout these last 8 months is not staying connected with God. And after I got the realization, that's why I've been doing. So I use that 3 week break and not uploading, not well, I did record stuff during the 3 weeks of my absence, but not to the rate that I would usually record during the week. And I have to say, like, I needed it because I'm one of them people that I don't take breaks too often, which is a bad thing. I'm always consistently like working, doing some type of thing, whether it's school, it's college related. Cause I'm in my senior, year, I'm applying for college, going through that whole college process. Whether it's that to whether it's YouTube to my personal, I'm always doing something. Like I'm always keeping myself busy. And through these last 8 months, of all the people that have died, all the stuff that occurred, because it's a lot of stuff that occurred, and I'm not even gonna get into details into those. It's just so much crazy, so much stuff that happened this year. In these last like 8 months that have just been so like just painful and hurtful, whatever. And I just kept working, kept working. Like I told you guys in June when I went down to Ghana for my grandmother's funeral. When I told you that June month, from May going to June was I think like the busiest I've been throughout the year because I was doing so much, and I was using that to just not deal with what was going on because at that point, two people passed at that point, my grandmother and then my neighbor that was close with growing up, and I wasn't letting myself feel. And I saw the negative effect of it. So with this last debt, I'm like, I can't make the same mistakes that I made earlier. I can't keep doing that. I can't keep making that same mistake. And I I just truly just been trying to give myself more break, trying to relax more. Cause not only has God brought that to my attention, my friends brought that to my attention too. Like I got this one friend, like she always tell me as on take take some time for yourself, take a break, take a break, take a break. And like I wouldn't listen at all. I would just keep going. And I'm like, I remember one night, I was just so frustrated about going about something that was I don't remember exactly what was going on at that point, but I was so frustrated. And then she was like, "Tell me, Esron, take a break." And I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna take that break." And I remember when I took that break, it was so like good. And this occurred, I think, in the midness of these break of this last 3 weeks. I took break off of like YouTube or whatever. But it's something that I'm learning to do more. It's take more breaks, learning to just not always work or always do something, but take breaks, relax, have time for yourself. Just um just telling myself like Evan, bro, you've been through a whole lot this year. This year have been such a painful, emotional year for you, bro. Like you gotta take some break. And I didn't. So now I'm just learning more to take breaks and giving myself more breaks. And I needed these last 3 weeks to be able to do that. So just enjoying this last 3 weeks of break. I'm doing it. But I am back. I'm getting back to uploading. I'll be uploading both of my channels because um December is about to end like the next 3 weeks. And I'm about to be pumping out videos because I want to end off this year solid. But one thing I'm gonna start doing is taking more breaks, and just life in general. Like I said, this year has been such an emotional, painful year for me. So me of all people need to take breaks. So that way I'm attending to my grieving process, my mental health, and all of those things. And to everybody out there, it is very important to take breaks. Please do not overwork yourself or nothing like that, because it's not gonna end up well for you. Like you need to take breaks because breaks are very important to be able to just relax, not overwork your body, and not just overwork yourself. Because the more you overwork yourself, you're just gonna get annoyed. It's gonna mess up like your how you feel, your emotions, all that. It's just not too many good that comes with overworking yourself. So just make sure that you take breaks for yourself, and that's something that I'm learning, something I'm gonna be start implementing into my life because taking breaks is very important. And one thing I'm gonna make sure I do now is take breaks. I'm gonna make sure that like I'm constantly recording videos and have videos out. So just in case like something happened and there's a week where I just don't feel like recording that, I will have content ready to be uploaded and stuff. So this is like my mindset now where I'm going with everything because this is very important for me and it's very valuable that I give myself a break and take a break with what I'm doing because I don't want to overwork myself. I don't want to just like just I don't want to mess up myself because I remember I said this to one of my mentors. I said I was like, you know, like how they got functioning like addicts and stuff like that. I was like, I'm a functioning hurt person because due to all like stuff I've been through in my life from the pains, the trauma, whatever. I was like, I'm a functioning hurt person because it don't matter how much the hurt, the pain, and the trauma that's inside of me, I still do what I gotta do. I still get everything that I need to get done. And then I remember he said to me, you functioning, but you're not gonna be functioning for long. And I remember that was just a key thing that he said to me because I'm like, he true. I'm functioning now, but if I don't give myself a break, if I don't take time to address what is going on, the hurts, the pain, the trauma, the trials, if I don't take time to address it, I'm not gonna be functioning no more. And that's something that I'm trying to make sure I'm not trying to be functional. I'm trying to make sure I give myself a break. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not ignoring the trial, the tribulation, the pain, trauma, the all the deaths, the grief. I'm not trying to ignore that, but coming facing all of those things and paying highly attention to them because they're very much important. So in these last 3 weeks, I just learned that I got to give myself some more break, give myself some more time to be able to acknowledge what is going on, to be able to um give myself that, just acknowledge what's going on and be able to just help me with this process because I'm on this journey of focusing on my mental health. Um and that's something that I need to do a lot because I came into this year of 2021 with that mentality of focusing on my mental health, but I kind of got a detour when like all the death started happening, all the like just bad news started coming my way. I'm like, God, I'm coming into this year dealing with these traumas, these pains, these hurt that I got dealing with me. And now we got a whole 8 month stretch that's coming with way more than that. I'm like, so that kind of messed my year up. But this ain't stop now because I'm gonna continue. I'm going and I'm gonna get more deep into this in my end of the year video. I'll talk more about them. I'm just gonna give you a little like spill, but I get into more details at the in my closer video for this year. But that's where like I've been for the last 3 weeks, just taking a break, grieving, just crying and stuff like that. Cause that's something that I had to learn in these last 8 months that it's okay to cry. It's okay to let yourself feel emotions and stuff like that. Because I'm not too much of a cry, but when I tell you guys that this year I have never cried this much in my life. Like the amount of time I've cried this year have covered the amount of time I've cried in my whole life. And that is a very much fact. Because with everything that happened this year, it's just I've just been so emotional with everything that happened this year. But anytime I've been in emotion, I always just do it by myself. Cause I'm one of the people like I don't got no problem crying. I just have a problem crying in front of people. So like anytime like I'm going through my emotions or like I was feeling like down or whatever, I was crying. I was always by myself, and things like that. So I'm just learning more that it's okay to cry. It's okay to let yourself feel. It's okay to take breaks because you need to take breaks. Just learning because at the end of the day, I'm young, so I don't know everything in life yet. I'm not good at everything yet, so it's all a learning process for me. And just being able to grow and perfect everything that I'm doing. And it's gonna take a while, so I understand that. But I just want you guys to just keep me in prayer. But I'm gonna be continuing to do what I have to do while taking break, while focusing on my mental health, and then focusing on regaining my connection, like regaining that connection I had with God in the beginning of this year. Because when I told you guys I've got so disconnected um from God, but don't worry, the video that I'll be coming out with Friday will give you more an explanation on that because I spoke at my old church in New York about 2 weeks ago, and the footage of me speaking um on the topic I speak on that will be coming out Friday, along with an explanation. So I will be showing you guys of me doing the exhortation, a clip of me doing the exhortation. Then right after that, you're getting to like an explanation, me explaining the disconnection and all of that. But this video, I just wanted to make this video for you guys to be able to keep you updated on what's been going on with me, why I've taken a break, and also just telling you why it's important to take breaks. Because if you don't take breaks, you're just gonna run yourself into a wall, and it's just not gonna be too good for you. So, guys, make sure that you take breaks. Just keep me in prayers with everything that's been going on in my life. So I could just continue to push through, continue to go, but and then also continue to like work on being back more connected with God and work on my mental health and work on everything that I need to do to continue to grow and continue to be a better version of myself each and every single day. So I thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. You guys are basically like you guys are basically family to me. My channel, and all that. I just, I love my supporters because y'all basically y'all family for me. We the MFYC family, the Motivation for Young Christians family. So I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching again. Just keep me in prayers. And this is the end of the video. This was it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe if you're new. Please turn on your post notification. That way, anytime I upload a video, YouTube will send you a notification. This is Motivation for Young Christian. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.